Hello everyone. Hi, it's Tanu Verma
Hello, ma'am.
from babycode IELTS. And today we will talk about matching features and sentence ending questions. We will discuss some of the tips and strategies for matching features and sentence ending questions. Later on, we will practice some of the exercises as well. And in the end, you can ask your doubts and queries if you have. Okay, so let's get started. What are matching feature questions? This type of questions that comes in your reading module. Now, in this type of question, you will be given a list of items in the box, and you need to match those items by reading and understanding some of the sentences in the passage. Now, these lists, they can be the people also, they can be the cities also. So in short, यहाँ पे आपको क्या मिलेगा? You will have list of names or list of people or list of cities. You have to match those lists to the sentences. Now, for example, if there is a name of a person, अगर आपको कोई name of person मिलता है in the box, then question may be to match the sentence with the person who said. So जिस person ने वो sentence बोला है, you have to match that with that person. So that means अगर वहां पर list of trainers के name दिया आपको and उनके statements दिए, तो आपको passage को read करके check करना है which statement is said by which trainer, right? Who said that? So आपको उसको क्या करना है? Okay, please unmute yourself. Now, like other type of matching questions, some of the items mentioned may not be available in the passage, right? कुछ items उसमें क्या होंगी? Available नहीं होंगी. In other words, matching features, you will be asked to match someone's name. आपको क्या करना होगा? किसी के name को match करना है. Like see here, you will be matching someone's name. Normally वो क्या होगा? एक expert का name होगा, researcher का name होगा या scientist का name होगा. तो आपको उस name को match करना है उनकी statement से related. In these questions आपको list of names मिलेंगे and list of statement मिलेगी. Your job is, your task is कि आप read करोगे text को, match करोगे name को with the correct statement कि कौन से person ने कौन सी statement बोली है. रीडिंग टेस्ट से आपको पता चलेगा कि व्हाट द पर्सन हैज सेड. जब तक आप टेक्स्ट को रीड नहीं करोगे, यू विल नॉट कम टू नो अबाउट इट. सो सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना है? टेक्स्ट को रीड करके चेक करना है एंड देन यू विल फाइंड योर करेक्ट आंसर. Okay, let's move further. Have a look at the sample question. This is a sample question. As you can see here, there are list of statements. Can you see 21, 22, 22 and 23? So 20 to 23 are the list of statements, right? So write the correct letter A to E in the boxes 20 to 23 on your answer sheet. और आपको क्या दिया है? List of researchers के name दिए. So these are the list. A to E are the name. You have to match that which statement is said by James, which is by Cooley, Lewis, Mead, or Bronson. You have to read the passage and then you have to check that which statement is said by which person. Okay, who said which statement? So see, there are 4 questions, but the names of researchers are more. So do not worry about it. You have to look for only these 4 statements. Got it, everyone? Now let's look at some of the tips. What are the tips for matching features? You have to focus on the questions first. And you have to focus on the easy question first. So read this. You have to focus on easy question. If you can't find the answer to the question, you can move on and then come back to it later on. But please do not waste your time. You're not allowed to waste your time here. You know that this is a reading exam and you have to complete the entire test within the prescribed time duration. Find the names in the text quickly. आप names को find out करो, scan करके, underline करके, but you have to do it quickly. The names might be shortened. That means the names can be shortened to just or first or last name, right? So you can just find out. For example, John Jones. So it might appear as only Johns in the text, right? आपको full name may be नहीं given होगा. It can be the last name or it can be the first name. So try to find out. It's not कि अगर short है तो you are not able to find it. Find it properly. Okay? Think of synonyms that might appear in the reading test. You know that reading is all about paraphrasing the phrase. For example, intense burst of energy. It could look like explosive release of energy. So you may get synonym, you may get a paraphrase statement in your paragraph. So please think of the synonyms. Some of the names might be used more than once. एक name maybe आपका 2-3 times used हो. So be careful. Check the questions for instructions on this, right? Check the questions for instructions. Always read your instruction part. Questions do not follow the order of the text. Most important, questions do not follow the order. Order में नहीं होते. You might have to go backward. You might have to go forward. आपको here and there move करना होगा to find out your correct answer. And this is very unnatural way to read and require you to use your scanning skills. So you have to do skimming, you have to do scanning also. If you like to categorize things by color, use different color pens or anything, like how you are comfortable, you can do your skimming and scanning accordingly. Okay. Clear everyone till here? Let's look at some of the different strategies that you can use in which you are comfortable with. As I always say, that reading is the backbone of all the skills. If you're good with the reading skills, you're good with listening, writing, and speaking also. But try to apply the strategy you're comfortable with. Some people are very good with the reading, they have a good reading speed also, right? So you can adapt the strategy what suits you. First is read the question carefully. Focus on the names first. Read them, scan them for the names in your text. Underline them. Remember that some names, they will appear more than once. So underline them all. Sabko underline karo. Focus on the names that appear only first because these are the easiest one, right? So जो name सिर्फ एक ही बार आ रहा है, what you can do is आप उस पे focus करो because it is only coming once. So these are the easiest one to find out. Read around the name. जहाँ पे भी आपको names मिले उनके read around करो, उनके आसपास read करो, just to check कि उनकी findings क्या है, उनके research क्या है, क्या statements उन्होंने convey करी है. Read their research or findings, then go back to the statement. अब अपने question में statement को read करो and match करो, right? But make sure you are aware of the synonyms. Do not forget the synonyms. You will not get the same statement. You will get paraphrasing also. So when you find a statement that matches a name, delete कर दो statement को. Each statement can be used only once. But now you can do this strategy. You can try this strategy again and again for every name. So you can repeat for the rest of the names. Now let's do this. Yes, everyone. This is a passage, pronunciation and physiognomy. Para B. This is para A, para B. And these are the questions, right? Now, as you can see here, you have to write the appropriate letter in the boxes 1 to 3 on your answer sheet. Note that there are more observations than people. you will not use all of them. आप इन सबको use नहीं करोगे. You will use only three because there are only three people: Koestler, Fischerberg, and Emerson. So what you have to do, you can use each observation only once. Yes, clear everyone? Now what you have to do, you have to find these three names in your text, and once you find these three names, you have to read before and after of these names. आपको इनके before और after read करना है. What their observation says. कोएस्लर की क्या observation थी, फिशरबर्ग की क्या observation थी, and Emerson की क्या observation थी, right? So you have to find the observations of these three people. Yes, everyone, clear? So let's do this. Everyone is ready? Yes, everyone, I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So first read all the observations and then I'm going to show you the passage. Once you're done with the reading of observation, please let me know. Done, everyone, with the reading of observations?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's move to the passage part. Now try to find about Koestler, Fischerberg, and Emerson also. Once done, you can write your answers in the chat box. Try to find with the names. Look for the names. See, Arthur Hughes' name is here. And once you read more, you can find another name. Fischerberg is here, so you can read up and down. Emerson is also here. So first, I'm just looking at all the names, and then I'm going to read before and after.
Now the screen, can you split the screen into two so that I can get the name and the questions together?
Oh, yes, I will.
Can you split the screen into two so that the name can be on the side there, the questions? Is
Okay,
it possible?
not possible right now, David.
Okay.
Let me show you the questions part. Yes, please. Are you able to find it? Yes, Deepika, Komal. See, the very first name is Koestler. So what does Koestler talks about? See, the writer Arthur Steer on to remark that friend of his whom he met 30 years after they emigrated to the US had acquired an American physiognomy. That is a broadened jaw and appearance, which is also prevalent in the indigenous population. So what do you think what he talks about? Check all the observations. What he talked about. Questler किसके बारे में बात कर रहा है? Yes, I want your answers. No, not Deepika, not the fifth one. He talked about whom? He talked about a friend of his whom he met 30 years. So he remarked, right? He focused on what? He focused on that a friend of his whom he met 30 years after they emigrated to the US had acquired an American physiognomy. That means the Koestler, he talks about the appearance of his friend had changed since they moved to US. Yes, everyone. Is it clear? Koestler, he talks
Yes,
about the appearance of his friends, right? Now let's see what Fisherberg talks about. Let's find out about Fisherberg. Fisherberg is here, so we will read before and after the name of Fisherberg. An anthropologist friend of his attributed this to the increased use of the jaw musculature in American inassignation. This change of countenance in immigrants had already been observed by the historian M. Fisherberg in 1910. To paraphrase the philosopher Emerson, certain national, social, and religious groups such as aging factors, long-term convicts. So now this talks about Emerson more. Fisherberg is ended here. So let's see. So this is already done. Sixth one is already done. We will eliminate. We will look at the other options. American uses jaw. They're more to inacetate. Okay, let me go back again. Now here, an anthropologist friend of his attributed to this increased use of the jaw. This change of countenance in immigrants has already been observed. So which change? Which change they have observed? The Fisherberg, he talked about that this change of countenance in immigrants had already been observed by Fisherberg. So that means he's talking about some of the changes in this indigenous population. So second one is the correct answer. Yes, everyone. Clear? Yes. Yes, please. Any doubt?
yes, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Now let's look at the fourth one. What does Emerson talks about? Let's see the options also. Read it one more time. So second one is done. Sixth is done. You cannot use it again. It will be used only once. So we will look at the other options and then we will read. Now, Fisherberg and Emerson. So let's see what Emerson said. Act long-term convicts. To just give a few examples, develop a distinguished look which is not easily defined but readily recognized. Their way of life affects their facial expressions and physical features, giving the mistaken impression that these traits are of hereditary or racial origin. All these factors mentioned above contribute as well as heredity. Link the question of appearance being affected by pronunciation as in the ease of American immigrants. over the course of many years is of great interest and curls. Let's see if we have something more about Emerson or not in the next paragraph. Do we have something here related to Emerson? No. So we can find here that Emerson is only here, and he talks about what? To paraphrase, read it again, confirm it again, match it again. To paraphrase the philosopher Emerson, certain national, social, and religious groups, such as aging actors, long-term convicts, celibate priests, to give just a few examples, are distinguishing look which is not easily defined but readily recognized. Their way of life affects their facial expressions, physical features, giving the mistaken impression that these traits are of hereditary or racial origin. So what do you think? What does they talks about? Anyone? What does they talks about? What does Emerson talks about? Yes? Facial expression and physical features are hereditary. No, this is not. This is giving this impression. This is mistaken impression. वो तो mistaken impression था. Emerson ने बोला this is a mistaken, giving the mistaken impression that these traits are hereditary. So he talks about lifestyle, कि lifestyle कैसे affect करता है physiognomy को. See, he talks about lifestyle कैसे physiognomy को affect करता है. See, all the factors above contribute. So your lifestyle is affected by physiognomy, right? आपके facial expressions, physical features, the way of life. Clear, everyone? Yes, everyone? Clear? You can check your answers here. Please check your answers. Now let's move on to the second part, matching sentence ending question. Now, this type of question, they do not come that often in the exam, but yes, if they come, you have to do it because you can't leave any question unanswered. So generally, matching sentence ending question, they comes with two lists. They come with two lists, a list of sentences and another list of possible sentence ending. So you have to match them on the basis of the information provided in the passage. So one will be the list of incomplete sentences, and you have to match them with another possible sentence ending. So आपको incomplete sentences मिलेंगे, आपको match करना है उनको उनकी endings के साथ, sentence endings. Now, what are the strategies for these type of questions? There are few strategies, but see the first one. So you just start with, just read the incomplete sentences and understand the meaning also. Highlight the keywords as this will help you to concentrate on the meaning and you can discover words that you are going to scan in the text. Read the endings of the sentence so that you get the basic idea. Now begin looking for potential matches. What can be the match for this statement? Many of the possibilities will be wrong, right? So because of the grammatical structure of the meaning, so remove them immediately. You have to look for the correct sentence formation, right? You have to look that which sentence matches with the incomplete part and that has to be grammatically correct. To find the answers, you have to go first to the incomplete sentence. Look for the keywords in the passage. If there are date, places, numbers, or name, it's easier so that you can scan it. Also, when you're scanning, look for paraphrasing and synonym, right? Once you found the answer, double check the match sentence that it is grammatically correct or not. And then you have to fill in the answer. What are the tips for matching sentence ending question? The answers will be on the same order. The answers will be on the same order as of the incomplete sentences. Use the elimination process. You can use the elimination process so that you can find out your answer, your correct answer. Don't read the complete text until you have studied the incomplete sentence or ending. Only read relevant sentences. You have to match meanings, not the exact word. आपको meaning को match करना है, exact words को नहीं करना. So look for paraphrasing and the words also. You must ensure that grammatical structure of two halves of the sentence is matching correctly. That means if you're matching the sentence ending, then it has to be grammatically correct. If it is wrong, that means you're choosing the wrong answer. You're not choosing the right one. Now let's do this. Everyone ready? The passage is about telepathy. Now, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to read this and then find the endings of the paragraph. Now, there are 3 questions. First, read the statements, and these are the incomplete one. The endings are here. So you have to find this and the later part also. Everyone ready? Yes, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Read the first half and the second halves also, and then find out. Researchers with a differing attitude towards telepathy agree on. So they agreed on what? You have to check from these endings, reading the paragraph. Reports of experiences during meditation indicated. Now, reports of experiences during meditation indicated what? You have to find that. Attitudes to parapsychology would alter drastically with. Now, once you read this, I'll show you the passage part. Now try to find the first statement. Researchers with differing attitude towards telepathy agree on. They agreed on what? Find it out here. They're talking about skeptical colleagues. Now talking about some researchers. We got the keyword here. They says the result constitute compelling evidence that the telepathy is genuine. Other parapsychologists believe that the field is on the brink of collapse, having tried to produce definite scientific proof and failed. Skeptics and advocates alike do concur on one issue, however, that most impressive evidence so far has come from the so-called Ganselt experiment. So what do you think? They agreed on what? Yes, everyone. All of the researchers, they agreed on Researchers with different attitude towards telepathy, they agreed on significance of Ganfield experiment. So he's talking about different researchers, that one talks about this, second talks about this, but so far evidence has come from Ganfield experiment. That means they have agreed on the importance of experiment. Clear? Yes, everyone, any doubts? Yes, please. Baljinder? Yes, Deepika, Komal? Okay. Now let's see the second one. Reports of experiences during meditation indicated. Now, what does it indicate? Reports of experiences during meditation. What does it indicate? You have to check that. Now, this option is already been taken, so we will not use it again. So we can see here reports keyword is here, and had by people during meditation led to parapsychologists to suspect that telepathy might involve signals passing between people that were so faint that they were usually swamped by normal brain activity. In this case, such signals might be more easily detected by those experiencing meditation, like tranquility in a relaxing whole field of light, sound, and warmth. Let's see the options. So reports of experiences during meditation indicated what? Yes. So what do you think? What is the option? What does this say? What it indicated? Yes. Can anyone tell me? In this case, such signals can be more easily detected by those who are experiencing meditation like tranquility in a relaxing whole field of light, sound, and warmth. So that means they're looking for more altering conditions, right? They're looking for more altering conditions. Yes, everyone, clear? They're looking for more conditions. They're looking for whole field to relax of light. They're looking for sound. They're looking for warmth also. Clear? Any doubt in second one? Let's look at the third one. Attitudes to parapsychology would alter drastically with. Now, what do you think? Yes. Attitude to parapsychology would alter drastically with. Are you reading the passage? Attitude to parapsychology would alter drastically with. Read the passage and find out. Read it here Answering such questions would transform parapsychology. This has prompted some researchers to argue that future lies not only collecting more evidences, but in probing possible mechanism. So what he's talking about parapsychology, that they are looking for possible mechanisms. Yes, everyone? They're looking for possible mechanism. That means they're looking for the discovery of mechanism for telepathy, right? Clear? Anyone, any doubt till here in this part? Please let me know. Yes, everyone? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope now matching features and matching sentence endings are clear with you. If you still face any doubts, please let